That's me over there. This is the Persuaders Season 1. We're going to review this episode using my space system: story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. I really liked this one. I'm just checking my notes here. It was pretty good. There was more action and more proactive stuff by the guys. So there's this bad guy named Crane, and there's an informant who's been feeding Brett information through this sort of like this, think of the bat phone, it's like the red hotline. So he's been getting information, and then he's talking to the judge to try to take this guy down. In the meantime, that guy's found out and killed, and this girl ends up calling the line, and Brett doesn't answer, but Danny answers pretending to be Brett, and then they meet up at this auction, and it just gets all wonky and crazy. I'm gonna give the storyline a 1.5 out of 2. I liked it. All of these Persuader episodes have some sort of mistaken identity-ish kind of thing. In this one, they kind of swap roles, Danny and Brett, and it's pretty funny. It's just handled really well, and it's a good, fun story, but also there's consequences to it, and the bad guys are pretty mean. Plus, one of the girls' characters who was in another episode, she's back, and she's absolutely great in this one. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to give the pacing a 1.5 out of 2. There's actually a lot of good action in here, a lot of there's always something going on, like Danny, after Brett gets kidnapped, Danny impersonates him, then Brett escapes, then they're both together, then again they're separated. So there's a lot of stuff going on. That's every scene there's offering something new, so it is pretty fast. Like you don't have time to get bored with the story. It just kind of moves. So that's good. The artistry, I'm gonna give it a 2. There's a lot of great stunt work. One thing I didn't mention about this show, the fights are really good. If you look at shows of this time period that have fist fights, they're always pretty lame or, not that great. These actually hold up by today's standards of fighting. Like there's some good punches and knockouts. There's some car action in this one as well. Some pretty good like stunts and like, there's a part where Brett is like, they're in the car and he's being forced to drive, and the girl is coming up, and then she kind of goes in front of them and blocks it, and the car's got to spin out. It was done pretty good. The editing is good. Everything looks awesome. Music's good, all that stuff. The Blu-rays on these are just fantastic. They look super clear. It's that bright daylight of real daylight, not this filtered stuff now where every show has like some sort of filtering on it or something. Looks great. The characters are going to give it a 2 out of 2. I absolutely loved everybody in here. The swapping the two guys around is super funny, which obviously you can just tell leads to moments. But I liked the bad guys, and I liked the girl informant, and I liked his former and Brett's girlfriend, who was a bit of a goofy character before. She called him Sin. She's like, "Oh, Sin." This one, she's pretty cool. Like as soon as she figures out what's up, she's helping them out. Like she sees Brett being kidnapped. She jumps in the car and drives after him. Like, that's cool. So, and the bad guys were dicks. Like you definitely want to see them go down. One of these like big, rich guys who just hates everybody, and he's just involved in shady stuff. We got the judge back again. The judge is in and out. He's not in every episode, but he's in most of them. Well, I don't know if he's in most of them. He's in enough episodes to be like, okay, the judge is the guy who's kind of conducting these things. Some of the episodes happen without the judge, which is kind of weird, but this one does have him in it. Enjoyment factor, I think I'm going to give it a 2. I'm just going through, I don't know. I really like this one a lot. I think I'm giving it a 9, so it's a 9 out of 10. It's a lot of fun. This is a great standard Persuaders episode. All of the boxes are checked, and it was really cool. So that's it. Please let me know. Again, I'm almost done watching this series, and these videos are coming out way like I've already passed where I'm at, so I don't know what the reception of the Persuaders is going to be. Blake Seven's people seem to like Prisoners, seems to be doing very well. Let me know what you think of Persuaders if you've seen it. If not, I super recommend watching it. But that's it, everybody. Please check out the classic TV playlist and like the video and subscribe. Until next time.